How is everybody doing? Today we are hopping into a Nurgle's Blessing Maelstrom mission to attempt to showcase you guys the gun Psyker build that I've come up with. Now this is going to be interesting. I haven't played a Nurgle's Blessing with this build yet, and Nurgle's Blessing is certainly one of the harder missions to play just in general. So in general, on this build, we're going for weak spot kills, and we're stacking a lot of crit damage as well. And from those crit hits, we are then stacking warp damage. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing. You want to kill these guys. We're going to go ahead, we have a large horde coming up here. We're going to hop into our Psyker gaze. We don't want to jump into there though. And getting crit hits and weak spot hits while in Psyker's gaze is increasing our ability. Oh, we're still in Psyker's gaze. We're killing so many things that it was our... Oh, jeez. Did not hear that guy. We're killing so many things that we are not even hearing... no, that we're getting that 10% chance to quell 10% peril was popping so much that we were just able to go to town for a long time in Psyker's gaze. Yeah, this guy popped. Oh, hello. Now, when these guys run by you, you just dodge out of the way and give them the infantry auto gun to the back, because we are a hybrid gun and melee Psyker. Now, there is going to be another gun melee Psyker build that I have coming that's really good as well. But for this build, the Psyker's gaze build instead of the warp charge build that I have. On this gun in particular, we're running Dum Dum and Raking Fire, actually, which is a weird thing to run. But I particularly like it. So we're going to go ahead and pop it. Don't forget to aim at the... let's see, we have a lot of guys coming up. We're going to go ahead and pop Psyker's gaze. Try not to blow ourselves up. Looks like our Psyker's gaze is about max we can get at with this guy's unstaggerable, so that's annoying. We got Psyker's gaze up again. We're almost overcharged right there. Would have blown myself up for sure. Good. All right, nice. How did I take all that damage again? All that corruption? I forgot what I did to do that. My bad, though. We've got a group spawning right here in a second, too. You'll see we're running this really weird precision bonus stack. Nope, ouch. Oh, dear God. Oh, that was a nice one. Take care of these hordes if our teammates can take care of the other guys. Now we're having to use a lot of our ammo right now. Usually we would not want to use that much of it, but we are not left with a lot of options since we are down a teammate. So that dude went for a little jump off the map, a little fly off the map, really. You see, we're doing great damage with this build. Now, while in Psyker's gaze, it does use our precision stacks up. Not really sure why, but it's not a big deal. We want to go for weak spot hits because we're rolling a lot into weak spot hits on this build.
Do not give in to the voice.
Die. Thank you. go for weak spot hits. It should be okay. We can give him a push as well. Pop Sire's Gaze, and we'll go in. Now, Sire's Gaze is going to linger for 10 seconds afterwards, so it's not that big of a deal that we didn't swell out of it. Now, an option for this weapon as well is to run Terrifying Barrage as well, and that'll suppress a lot of these smaller guys in front of you that are trying to push up into you. Yeah, we're going for it. Don't worry. As you can see, this is a very fun, interactive build that I feel like a lot of builds are lacking in this game. Is really just being able to get in there and go to town, just hitting things and just kind of going over it. Well, this game's actually going pretty well. Our teammates seem to know what they're doing because when we get ran over by giant enemies that I'm not great at taking care of, this build in particular struggles against. I need that. Now, using ammo as a Psyker is a little weird. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I even need to pick up ammo because I totally forget. We're going to have to go and find some. Usually, ammo is not a problem on this build. If you're just slightly conservative with it, it works out just fine. Especially if you have it. There's a run button to just hit him. Plus 40% damage to the back, though, with Raking Fire lets us dispatch enemies from behind really fast. In addition, it gives us a really good damage bonus to Monstrosities. Because we don't have Monstrosity unyielding damage on this, but it's really easy to get behind bulwarks and other enemy types that you would consider they're large and harder to deal with. So having those damage bonuses is fantastic. And it's a lot harder to get behind flak armored enemies because they're typically a lot more agile. But getting behind bulwarks and monstrosities in particular is really easy because they tend to go after only one other enemy, right? So we have a large enemy group right here. So we'll activate the Sire's Gaze. And now, as long as we're just swinging with the, sword while in Sire's Gaze, you don't have to worry about accidentally overcharging yourself whatsoever. Now, as long as we're hitting crits with this build, we're immune to ranged gunners, which really gives us the ability to just run at gunners, because we do have a huge crit strike bonus on this build. This is really what's just allowing us to absolutely run at these enemies in the face and just give them sauce. We got a big guy right there. Whip out the gun for him. Aim for the back of the weak spot, and you'll get a lot of damage. As well as our ranged damage attacks, every 5 of them is a guaranteed crit, which puts us essentially in the ability to... Why is it not stacking? It's kind of weird. Our precision bonuses are not staying around. I think it might be bugged. They should be stacking and staying, but they're disappearing in like 1 second. Oh, hello. Who are you? I just got hit by the ninja crushers, dude. Yeah, we'll just take the door. That's fine. I'll stop getting my teammates killed. Just go to the door. No. I had a crusher. I had no idea he was back there. That's kind of crazy. So this is how long our Sire's Gaze should be staying up for. I don't know why it was doing that. I think it was bugged. Because we weren't in Sire's... Oh, but Sire's Gaze effects lingers for 10 seconds afterwards, and I've noticed that some aspect of this build. Uses up Sire's Gaze, or uses up your precision stacks while in Sire's Gaze. Now we get plus 20% movement bonus while in Sire's Gaze. We also get a ton of toughness generation. So right now we're at 15 stacks of precision. So the Sire's Gaze, the effects linger for 10 seconds after it, so you might still notice that your precision stacks are disappearing, even though you're not in Sire's Gaze anymore. That would be the reason why. Thank you. And you can see these okay, that guy was really annoying because he was unstaggerable for the Nurgle's Blessing. Typically, these guys aren't as much of a problem. No. Alright, we do have an ammo crate, so we're not too strapped for ammo. Now, if you were in one of those missions that drops no ammo, that would be really annoying. But obviously, that's annoying for pretty much any build that uses a gun. Alright, I'm out of here. We also have a live stream showcasing this build if you guys want to watch that as well. Very good. It was rough in the start because getting used to these builds is pretty weird, pretty strange, but it ended up pretty good, in my opinion. Alrighty. Ouch. We're actually going to pop Sire's Gaze and throw the... careful not to blow yourself up. Looks like we need to clear out behind us a little bit. So getting these non-warp attack kills charges up our warp damage stack. So crit hit, we have 2 talents active that are stacking warp attack damage. So getting crit hits increases our warp strike chance, which is a good thing. We're running shred on the sword. And I forgot what I was going with that. There's a lot of guys in front of me. Crit strike, crit hits store up a lot of warp charge attacks. So hitting non-warp attack kills, and also getting crit kills, crit hits. I don't know. Either crit hits or crit kills stacks our warp charge attack damage up to like something like 35% damage just from getting kills. And that's a guaranteed without even using Sire's Gaze or anything. That's just a base just from our talent tree. And if you're wondering, we go down the right side of the talent tree and pretty much take everything that we can.
She really does have a way with words. Oh, I like talking to her.
If this guy gets activated.
I can't get a word in. Have you noticed how it's always cold when she's nearby? Almost there. Kick to the pipes. Over there.
Tell me you didn't get trapped up there because we got a really good team with us. That makes this game a lot easier too. These guys are good. Hello, there he is. Kobe, got a little parkour action going on here. Ooh, we'll take that. That's good for us. So when you're fighting these Plague Ogrins, you either want to go for weak spot hits, like so. This guy is chaining him, so that's nice. Or you want to get behind him and go for these back shots where we get a 40% damage bonus. And we do a ton of damage to him. Let's see how much we did. Now, the teammates were doing a lot to him as well, but we did 23,000 right there, too. So that was a lot of damage for a very short amount of time. Especially as a Psyker, you typically expect a lot less damage on the on the monstrosities, because it's very easy for these Psyker to struggle with. So whipping out this gun and going for headshots, since it has a high rate of fire, that lets you stack up that 5 headshots count as a crit hit, which puts you into a state of dodging for 1 second and immune to range fire for a few seconds as well. I forget how warning. So all that together makes you very sustainable out of it. Whereas the Psyker would originally be very squishy, especially those hordes you saw earlier at the beginning of the game. These beasts of Nurgle guys are probably better for me to go at with. So I heard I was about to get hit there. I just went ahead and popped Sire's Gaze. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Wacky. Oh, it just cuts through the whole horde, dude. It's like you're playing Zealot with the power sword. Like, that's what this would be. It's like you're playing Zealot and Veteran put together. But instead of playing either of those classes, you're playing as the Psyker. Which means you can just whip these little fun death bees out and throw them at people every now and then. They're pretty good. Now, I don't really like to use them that much because I just have a great time hitting things with my sword. As you can see, this is what happens when you make a... It's like I'm running the... Oh, we got a lot of these guys coming out. Good thing we're pretty good at killing them. Gotcha. So if you're wondering, this is really like playing Veteran and Zealot at the exact same time, because you get the knife out, you're going Zealot mode, sword out, you're going Zealot mode, gun out, you're going Veteran mode, and you're really going for those weak spot shots. It's a good old time. Now, Nurgle's Blessing can be a really hard mission if you also have the mission variant where you're getting a ton of monstrosities, weakened monstrosities spawning, but that doesn't seem to be the case this game, so it's not too bad. So we're going for Ragers for our teammates while they try and deal with the other large and problematic enemies. Now we're gonna go for weak spot shots as well on the Crushers, because we don't do bad damage to them, it turns out. Ouch. I think that's how I took all that damage earlier. Very beginning of the game. Forgot how I took all that corruption. Got hit by a pod flash. That might have been it. Come back. Go back and review the footage. Gotcha. 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 Helps that we have Captain Soulblaze over here too, absolutely chewing through the hordes. Weaken them up on me a little bit. Now, popping Sire's Blaze is actually, or Sire's Gaze, whatever it's called, popping our F ability. That's why I like to say F ability, because I forget what they said. Popping that's actually really good for our ranged ability as well, because it gives us... What all does it get?
Need ammo, witch.
Doesn't take a Psyker to predict your end if you leave.
That's what I thought. That guy dropped an ammo box stuff, just walked by. Well, let's not do that. This build is tanky, but I don't necessarily want to do that. Now this sword you can actually run with it out. A lot of the swords, a lot of time you're kind of stuck there. You want to actually spam these weak, charged weak attacks. Spam those instead of going for heavy attacks. I think optimum way, if you're trying to get high DPS out of the weapon, is to spam those charged light attacks, like so. I think that'll actually set you up pretty well for it. It's really hard to tell the highlighted enemies apart from enemies with soul blaze applied to them. Now, sometimes when we leave Sire Gaze, it seems that the precision bonus is... It's been more than 10 seconds since we were in Sire's Gaze. They're still charging down like they're in Sire's Gaze, so I think that's a current bug. Which is really a shame to see that. I think if we just enter Sire's Gaze again, that problem might... We do a lot of damage to mutants actually as well, which you might not expect. Woo! Thank you. The bomb's about to go off. Okay. I was waiting to see those guys just fly off the map. Just into eternity. Ouch. Thanks. Love that. Love that for me. Love that for me. Thank you, Hawks Pursuit. Now, I think that's... Okay, now they're stacking. I get that one on the left and one on the right. I'm really not sure what all those mean, to be honest. I kind of have to stay on this door. Or we might get overran. Oh, he's already up. Oh, sniper aiming at me. With the sniper being annoying, I'm gonna hop down here with our boys. Yeah, so having these set to 30-second timer lets me keep this attack bonus up so much more. Because there's times you'll go 20 seconds, and you also want the freedom to go and kill some other guys. You don't want to have to be stuck just chasing down these stupid blueberries all over the map when there's really more important guys you should be killing that aren't this randomly selected enemy. Everybody a little push, we'll activate Sire's Gaze since we're really stuck in the corner. Our other guy, our veteran, also activates Shout. So this team is synergizing really well, which helps this build look even better than it really is probably. How's our damage looking? We're at 479. Our other Psyker that's running the Purge Staff, which is a fantastic weapon, has Purge Staff Flame Belt, which I'm going to be making a guide on that one soon too. That's my original best Purge Staff build. It's just so much fun to run. This map, in particular, has a lot of spots where enemies just kind of funnel into and make your life really easy.
Data interrogation imminent.
That's the way.
These guys are just... His soul blaze is applying to people in the middle. So they're literally just dying before they ever even get out here. Oops, I might have blown myself up. No, I did. Haha. You know, you think they're getting a little too close? You whip out the auto gun and give them a hose. And they're out of there. Oh, there's nobody in.
Targets identified. Killed it!
Oh, they're in here now. Ah! That was the wrong direction. Maybe we should shoot these guys. Honestly, whipping out the scab maulers, really easy to actually just whip out the especially if you get him in the back. I didn't have a full mag there, but one mag will put down a scab mauler quite easily. Alright, well there you guys have it. That was a fairly easy Maelstrom run with the gun Psyker build. Really showcasing how you can actually play gun Psyker now. There's lots of other ways to play gun Psyker, or Psyker in general, other than just spamming the staffs as much as you possibly can. This guy hit 800k with the Berg staff. Of course, that's fantastic. We hit 816 weak spots, 811 crits. That's a lot. And but it's not the most of any build, but that's a good amount of crits. Yeah, overall, great, strong build. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.